what's cool about this is the exact same thing. Last year, I called them, or I came up with the idea and pitched it to Brent, who then called Yamaha. I was like, dude, I want to bring back the Vurbmoto Edit Contest. We did one in 2013 and then 2014. And I was like, I think this would be a very cool new thing. Back then, Instagram was kind of in its infancy.
Yeah.
There wasn't really a place for people to make and post videos outside of YouTube, right? But now there's so many content creators that I was like, I think if we did this again, it would be massive.
Yeah.
So we planned on shooting it back in June during the break in motocross, but it ended up being Florida in June and just 48 hurricanes in a row. So we didn't get to do it. So we got to go and tag along during the team intro photo shoot a few weeks back.
For Star.
So it was kind of tough, and I was like nervous to see what we got because like
you just don't know in the moment.
Yeah, and it's a photo shoot. They're not ripping. They're not doing crazy motos. They're not doing anything specifically for us. But they told us we could stick around Wednesday when they were going to suspension test and get what we could get. And I'm like, that's less than ideal. For a video shoot, you want to do what we do where, hey, do this corner 48,000 times and we're going to get the shots. So I was nervous. So we crewed up, brought Free Fly Ember. Will came down and flew the drone. Steven Erickson came in, did long lens. Crane I sent around with the dad cam. We busted out the old DVX 100B.
Sick.
Kind of stuck him on that. And then I did a variety of things, some motion stuff on our amped bike Talaria with some Ronin stuff, some handheld stuff, like trying to get the biggest variety possible of footage, right? Anyways, pitched in this idea last year, and it literally took them 10 seconds to be like,
done.
How much money do you need? That sounds awesome, and we want to support what you're doing.
Yeah.
And I'm like, oh, well, this is a cool idea to support what you're doing. And they're like, that's cool and all, but like, we want to support what you're doing. And like, when you hear a company say that, it's like, I'm a big fan. So anyways, thank you so much, Yamaha. So now we have the Vurbmoto Edit Contest by Yamaha.
Yeah.
But what's cool about the Dungy thing and us talking about that is,
that's how you get a start.
It's full circle now to this edit contest. Kids want to get discovered, and you might be good at instant bangers, this, that, or the other. But now this is an opportunity to
use real footage, real guys
footage
on the real tracks doing real shit.
And Yamaha's going to be watching. You're probably going to be watching. You need more editors. I'm going to be watching. I need more editors, and I can tell you every company under the sun needs an editor right now. This is a great way to get discovered, and what's cool about...
And there's prizes.
And there's prizes.
You can win, but it's like, hey, real prize is like you are going to get seen by a ton of people that need editors right now,
So yes, you're right. There are prizes which we'll announce when the time comes. So, we're lining up a few different categories, a handful of really nice prizes. But yeah, I'm with you. The prize is getting noticed because I can even tell you this, going back to the 2013 and 14, those guys that placed top 3, Brian Town, for instance, got second in the first one. He's the lead editor at GoPro now in the motorsports division. And that was a catalyst to his career. And it's funny, like our lead editor now, Will Posey, was like, he was friends with B-Town back then, and they kind of conjured up the unique ways to put together some of the footage, you'd like get noticed. So it's funny that both of them are in the position now, and they didn't win. But, but they did. I remember the edit though, because he did so much sound design and like added graphics and titles and just did things and started it in a way that was so unique. So back then it was probably very tough to stand out because there was only probably 30 minutes of footage. So I think a lot of people, especially inexperienced editors, would all start the same way. Yeah. And what really made someone stand out was starting a different way.
Yeah.
But what's cool this time around is whereas the Jordon and RJ Alias Edit Contest, I think, I don't know, there might have been 30 or 40 minutes total worth of footage. This time around, we had 9 riders, and they each all have an hour to an hour and a half worth of footage, what we call selects. We've broken it down. Will's broken them down. So in essence, there's nine hours, not including interviews or B-roll. So by the time, if you wanted to look at everything, there's 11 hours of footage. Now, granted, there's quite a few like free fly Ember clips that are
long as hell.
800 frames a second that, one clip's 3 minutes.
Yeah.
But, we're trying to give everybody the full gist of what we shoot. Like if we were going to go do this,
this is a professional shoot.
Professional shoot.
Yeah, this is the kind of footage you got to go through.
If they were going to shoot a commercial for Yamaha and they said these are your 3 days you get, this is exactly how we would have shot it, and this is exactly what we would have come back with, and now said, make something.
Yeah.
And a lot of times it's like, shit. All right, you know. And so, anyways, we're going to do 2 different categories. We're going to do a banger category. We just want to see someone do a platinum level edit, and then we're going to do a story edit. So take all the interviews we did, all the B-roll we did. Let's see who can construct the best stories. Because I want to find
I love that. I
want to find Motospy style editors or story editors that you need.
Yeah.
And then I need someone that can just bang out cool ass clips and give me the glitchy, freaking in your face shit that I don't like to do. I'm a good storyteller and I'm a very good 30-minute long form person. But when it comes to, you know, the super banger stuff, I can do it. But like Will Posey's very good at that. So that's why, and add in our other editor, Casey, by the time you
mix all
together. Of us, we have a very good, unique way of putting together 30 seconds all the way to a 30-minute thing, right? So, and like all of us can kind of dabble in each realm, but we have our strengths and weaknesses too. So,
the Deegs, he's in the Yamaha Edit Contest. There'll be some straight Deegs bangers too.
That's the thing. I have a feeling so many people are only going to download the Deegan selects.
And just make straight Deeg clips.
I'll tell you this: after doing his interview, like, he freaking crushed it.
He's just a G, dude.
I would say he had the best interview of everybody. And then the second one, crazy to say this, but Tomac crushed it.
Really?
Yeah. He said some really cool stuff.
He's chilling, bro.
And I think he was like kind of having fun in his zone. So I don't know. I'm very curious to see, because like the biggest hurdle everybody's going to have, I don't want to watch 10-minute edits. I don't have time.
Yeah.
We're going to cap both style of edits to 3 minutes.
Ooh.
So even the story one,
I can tell a good story in 3 minutes.
Oh, that's the thing.
Yeah.
It's harder to tell.
Yeah.
Shorter is often harder.
Yeah.
And even going back to Lauren's thing, there were so many great moments in there, personality bits of all you guys that I personally loved as a fan of you guys in video making. So, you know, I think our first cut was 18 or 19 minutes.
Yeah.
Red Bull Brass, you know, always on the client end, like, hey, you know, I think we can trim some fat, blah, blah, blah. And it ends up being 15 minutes long, and it ends up cutting out a lot of the fun, you know, small nuances. Like for me, I'm like, dang, I kind of feel like we lost some stuff, but it's very quick. It's very punchy. And at the end of the day, a lot of times you got to realize it's not your product that you're making your client's product. So,
and
you know,
this puts you in that headspace.
Right. Yeah. So, hey, it's 3 minutes, not 5.
Yeah.
And honestly, like a lot of times working with editors in the past on our end, it kind of drives me nuts. Hey, you know, I need you to make a segment for Motospy or whatever. I need it 3 minutes, and someone will edit me a 7-minute segment. Like, hey, man, this is kind of like everything. Like, I don't really know what to trim. That just adds more work on me.
Yeah.
Like, hey, man, can you tell me where to trim? You didn't even get me in the ballpark, dude. This is double the length.
Yeah.
Like, if I say 3 minutes, you give me 3:45. All right, I'll figure out where to trim 45. But it's like, dude, that's a day's worth of work to go through, and might as well edit the damn thing myself. So, I don't know. It'll be very cool to see what everybody puts together.
Yeah. And this, please take it seriously. Please look at this. Like, if you are somebody that wants to work in this industry and you want to be an editor, this is a legitimate chance. This is a legitimate chance to do that. Take it serious, put in some work, and you can definitely get a job out of this in the industry. I'm looking for guys all the time. Wes is looking for guys all the time. Like,
everybody's looking for guys.
Everybody's
or
looking
girls.
for editors. Yeah.
I mean, I even if you're Yamaha, if you're Deegan, if you're Reed, like everybody's looking for editors, whether it's for a big corporation or someone like Deegan.
Yeah.
Because like I was even talking to them, their filmer there, he shoots a lot, and then you know, they have a few editors back home. He uploads all the footage, and he's constantly shooting. They're constantly editing.
Yeah.
There's a lot of people looking for that kind of stuff right now.
Yeah.
So either way, I'm very excited to put this out there, because I'm pretty sure Yamaha is going to dominate the airways for a few weeks.